It's Dr. Cara, and if you've been trying to learn animal communication and you're feeling stuck or frustrated, or like maybe you're just not cut out to do this, then this episode is for you because the truth is it's probably not your intuitive ability that's the problem that's making you feel that way. It's probably one of these very common, very fixable mistakes. And today I'm going to walk you through all five of them, plus a bonus mistake that almost everyone makes. So by the end of this session, this episode, this video, you're going to be able to recognize the mistakes that you're making and understand what you need to do to fix them and get started making progress again as an animal communicator. So, welcome to Animal Communication with me, Dr. Cara, the podcast and the YouTube channel dedicated to helping you become a confident animal communicator. I'm a professional animal communicator and the founder of the Animal Communicator Academy. And my mission is simple. I want to help every animal lover step into their natural ability to communicate intuitively with animals, whether that's to deepen your bond with your own pets or build a professional practice or add animal communication as a powerful skill to your existing career in a related field like veterinary care or animal rescue or animal training or whatever it is. So, my vision is to have animal communicators in every home, every veterinarian's office, every animal rescue center, every shelter. Because when we truly listen to animals, everything changes. So let's get into it. The five mistakes that I see aspiring animal communicators make all the time. And trust me, if you've made any of these mistakes, you're in good company. I think I've made all of these and then some. Like I've made many, many mistakes, but you can overcome them and you can still be successful. So, mistake number one is having, I don't know what the word is that I want to use, but like misplaced expectations or just having expectations of how things are going to go. So, unrealistic expectations might be about what intuition and animal communication looks like or sounds like or feels like. And many students, especially when they're new, they really expect it to be like a movie, like a crystal clear voice in their head or a dramatic vision or an unmistakable sign or a super obvious symbol or something like that. And when their experience feels kind of subtle or quiet or vague, they assume that they're doing something wrong or that it's just not working for them. But what I want you to know is that intuitive animal communication is often very subtle. It might feel like a soft impression or a fleeting image or suddenly having an emotion that doesn't match your experience or a word that pops into your mind with nothing else there. It might feel like everything's a little distance, like it's at arm's length away and it's not big and bold and obvious. I was just working one-on-one with one of my students in the Animal Communicator Academy and coaching her through a session where she was doing animal communication and she did really great. She got really good messages. Everything made sense. Everything worked well together. And when we were talking after the communication session was over, she's like, I just don't think that I really did it. I don't think I was successful because it's not what I expected. It's not how I thought it would be. Those were her exact words. It's not how I thought it would be. So I don't think it was real. And it was real, but it was just more subtle than she thought. She thought it was like an intuitive vision was going to be like seeing something in the physical world. And it's just not. It's softer, it's fuzzier, it's vaguer most of the time. So if you are waiting for a very dramatic experience, like an animal tapping you on the shoulder, announcing themselves, you might be missing out on the actual intuitive animal communication that's already there. It's already happening. So, mistake number one is having expectations that don't match reality. So, you might just want to adjust your expectations to how animal communication actually shows up, not how you think it should be. And that one shift alone can be really transformational and help you to really start trusting what you're already receiving. Mistake number two. Oh, this is a tough one, you guys. Mistake number two is impatience. So we live now in a 24/7, like 365, everything happening so fast. We DoorDash everything. We get, fast food, like everything happens so quickly. And intuitive animal communication, learning it and developing it, it doesn't work on that timeline. This is not something that you can learn how to do in a weekend, right? It just isn't. Not if you want to do it well, not if you want to do it right. And I see so many students who practice once or twice, they feel unsure, and then boom, they decide I can't do it. But animal communication is a skill. And like any skill, whether it's playing an instrument, learning a language, or developing your intuition, it takes time, it takes repetition, and it takes patience. So the students that I see who have become confident animal communicators aren't necessarily the most naturally gifted or the most naturally intuitive. Really, they're the ones who keep showing up even when it feels messy, even when it feels uncertain, even when it doesn't feel like it's going well. Consistency wins over perfection every single time. So I've had so many students who um, are such great examples for this mistake. And I'm thinking of one who, within the last 6 months or so, started in the academy and started checking off completion of the modules, like boom, 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 boom. But in her module reflection, she was like, "Well, I don't think it's working because wasn't able to do this, or I can't, get this information." And it's not about completing the lessons. It's about the transformation that happens when you complete the lessons. And if you rush through it, yes, you can check the box off your to-do list. But the real point of doing the lessons when you're learning animal communication is to allow that transformation to happen inside of you. So you slow down, you meet yourself where you are, you gradually build, you create these daily habits, these routines, this foundation. And so when I pointed this out to her, that it's really not about going through, finishing it as fast as you can, she realized that she was having a deadline for completion more than she was trying to reach the milestones that those lessons indicated were happening inside of her. So um, she she slowed down. She looked more at the progress that she was making internally and just repeating the lessons, getting enough repetitions of each one to strengthen whatever muscle that lesson was building. And then when she did this, when she let go of this completion deadline, she actually started making faster progress. So she got more comfortable with herself, with her intuition. She became more accurate. She was more successful more quickly by slowing down, kind of counterintuitive. But I think because slowing down, it takes the pressure off of you to perform. And when you have an arbitrary deadline, that puts a lot of pressure on you. I have to finish this by X date, or oh, this is one lesson. It should take me 1 week to get it right. But it's not the completion deadlines, the checking off the to-do list. It's more of the milestones of what am I able to do? What is my experience? What is my awareness? How easy is it for me to turn my intuition off and on? Those kinds of measures are the more accurate measures of your progress rather than checking off lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3 off your list as quickly as you can. So if you're making this mistake, here's the remedy. I want you to give yourself permission to be a beginner. It's so hard as adults for us to learn new things and be beginners again and to not be good at stuff. So give yourself permission to be a beginner and give yourself the grace to grow and learn how to do this at your own pace. Learning intuitive animal communication is different than just about learning anything else that I can think of. So every time you practice, it's like you're laying down one layer of that ability, strengthening one cell of that muscle. Every time you build more and more and more. And the connection, the skills are real, and they all grow with practice. So keep going. Don't give up. That is the major takeaway from the impatience mistake. Mistake number 3 is not managing the stakes of your questions. So this one takes a little bit of explanation, but it's really huge and really impactful. And it's also the one that animal communicators and animal communication teachers talk about the least. But when the stakes are too high, when your body is like, that feels really scary. So if you're trying to communicate with your own pet who is sick or injured, or you're really desperate for a specific answer, or you need information now on a deadline, all of that blocks your receptivity, and it becomes very, very difficult to receive the intuitive messages clearly and accurately. Why is that? Because emotional stakes, when they're high, they create kind of, well, let's just call it interference. So your strong emotions, whether it's fear or hope or grief or worry, all of that emotional energy gets in the way of you achieving an open, receptive state. And that state of non-attached, neutral receptivity is what intuitive animal communication requires. That is what has to be there for it to happen. So the best metaphor I can think of is it's like trying to hear a whisper in the middle of a crowded, noisy room. Imagine that you're at a big concert arena and somebody's whispering something to you and there's all this other noise around you. You're not going to be able to hear that whisper because there's so much stuff in the way. So that's why I really recommend that as you start on your path as a student of animal communication, that you practice with low stakes questions, low stakes situations first. So maybe instead of your own pets, you practice with a friend's animal, family member, or just an animal that you feel really relaxed around. Maybe if you're afraid of horses, don't go practice with horses, right? Maybe you choose a cat to practice with. Just create the conditions that promote you feeling comfortable and relaxed, and don't put pressure on you. Also, as a student, you should be asking questions that are simple, that are open-ended, and they're what I call air quotes, unimportant, not life or death questions, right? And then build from there gradually, but start with very simple, very easy questions. Favorite food, favorite place, what do you like to do? Do you want this treat or that treat? What food do you want? Like, not life or death medical questions. Those are not the place to start. And so you're going to build your skills and your confidence in these very calm conditions so that as the stakes get higher, you have a solid foundation and you are ready to repeat that state, that receptivity, even in more challenging situations. So one of my graduates, who's now a professional animal communicator, Lauren, she said, your system works. She said, I learned so much from that one time that I had the stakes higher than I was ready for, and I won't do that again. And she went on to say, Cara, you believed in me and my success from day one. You saw me from the beginning and allowed me to step into becoming the animal communicator you already knew was inside of you. And I want to say the same thing to you. I see you. I see that animal communicator inside of you. It's just not always easy to bring that forward, right? And if we don't know the mistakes we're making, we can't change the way that we're doing things. So let's go to mistake number 4, which is the mindset work. Mindset is everything. I think it's more important in a lot of ways than the actual skills of intuitive animal communication. And one of the most common mindset misunderstandings is the thought like, I'm not gifted enough, other people can do it, but it's not for me, right? I'm not special. This is so, so common. But animal communication is a natural, innate ability that every human being is born with. You're not the exception. You're not the only one that didn't get that gene. You don't feel left out. You're not broken if you're bumping up against, challenges and blocks. Don't think it means that it's just not in you to do this. So, what might be happening is that you have a lifetime of conditioning that taught you not to pay attention to your intuition, not to trust it, only to believe in things that can be rationally explained, that you can see and touch and feel, right? So, unlearning all of that conditioning, which is often unconscious, is part of the journey of becoming a confident animal communicator, and it's totally possible. So when you notice the voice that says, "Oh, I'm making that up," or "That was just my imagination," just recognize it for what it is. It's that old conditioning. It's bringing up doubt, but it's not the truth. And so I have a lot of videos about what to do for mindset, to help your mindset to clear these blocks. The easiest thing for now is to just notice it, ignore it, and keep going, right? Okay, doubt, I hear you. Okay, questioning. Okay, mistrusting. I get it. You're here, and I'm going to keep practicing. So just keep going. 100% of people who stop don't become confident animal communicators. But I've never seen anybody who kept going through that doubt and acknowledged it, maybe worked with it, did their inner work. They are 100% animal communicators. So that's the difference, if you keep going or if you don't. And don't let doubt stop you. Don't let that mindset work. Don't avoid that mindset work, because that is the golden ticket. That is the key. Mistake number 5 is doing it all alone. So many animal communicators who are aspiring and learning try to figure this all out by themselves. They watch random YouTube videos, they read a book here, they read a book there, they piece things together from all these scattered sources. And I'm not knocking that in theory, and it can be very valuable to get different perspectives. But trying to do it all on your own is one of the slowest and most discouraging paths that you can take to becoming an animal communicator, because this work is isolating and confusing and a little strange in the best of situations. And if you don't have a community around you, or a teacher, a mentor, a group of fellow students who understand the joys and the challenges of what you're going through, then you're just generating so much energy on your own. But having that understanding community, having that guidance, having that support changes everything. It completely normalizes your experience. It gives you feedback. It keeps you accountable. It inspires you. Like, the community energy can pull you along like a beautiful wave or a current down a river. And when you don't have the energy, it has the energy for you. So you don't have to generate all of the energy, all of the motivation, all of the accountability, all of the discipline on your own. That comes with the community that you join. So just remember, you don't have to do this alone, and you'll go so much further and so much faster with support from a community. One of my academy graduates, Shirley, said that her dream of becoming a professional animal communicator was feeling cold and lonely before she joined the academy. And she says, all of a sudden, I had community, mentors, resources, and other people's experiences to draw on. It's like I'd found Willy Wonka's golden ticket. And she says, I still marvel at all that I have at my fingertips because of the academy. And she graduated, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 years ago. The other students and Dr. Cara are so willing to assist in any way possible and are incredibly helpful. From collaborating to stretching your skill set, everything's right there. She says, I feel like it's in perfect alignment with me and the way I like to grow, and it's giving me a way to be able to give back and help others. And she says, I believe we can learn from everyone and we can teach everyone as well. And it's in this giving and receiving relationship that our best is brought out. And I couldn't have said it better myself. So thank you, Shirley, for saying that. Okay, bonus number 6 mistake is not having a roadmap. I can't talk anymore. No roadmap is the mistake. So not having a plan for where you're going, knowing how you're going to get there, and knowing what's happening at each of the phases. So you're going to find yourself kind of spinning in circles if you don't have a clear structured path to follow. Because animal communication is built in layers, the foundational skills, the intermediate techniques, the advanced practices, the mindset is all part of it as well. And if you're trying to jump ahead before you've laid your foundation, or you're just taking content from here and there, without a clear progression and a natural progression, then you're going to have a stop and start experience, and you're going to feel like your progress is slow and scattered. So in the Animal Communicator Academy, we use the Confident Animal Communicator framework, and this is an equilateral triangle, 3 sides. The bottom side is, the horizontal line is the mindset. This is the foundation for everything. One of those lines going up is the animal communication skills. They're super helpful. You got to have them. And then the other part of the triangle, so the third side of the triangle, are the stakes. And each of these are balanced at each level. So we have 3 phases of learning: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And we have the three parts of the triangle: the mindset skills, the animal communication skills, and the stakes or the consequences. So they work together synergistically to help create confidence. And of course, we add community and support and mentoring to the picture to really support that triangle as well. And I believe that this framework is the secret sauce that makes learning animal communication natural, fun, rewarding, and automatic. When you put all of these pieces together in this roadmap with this framework, you just naturally get success. That's just like the recipe for success. So having a roadmap really matters, and having a curriculum that naturally builds and grows with you so that you can take it step by step from wherever you are to where you want to be. That's the difference. That's what separates students who struggle for years from students who make real progress that lasts and keeps growing and giving back, right? But they get to enjoy it. So there you have it, the 5 mistakes that I see all the freaking time, plus the bonus mistake. This is just where people are. And I want people to understand and recognize that if you feel stuck, this is what's holding you back, and this is fixable. You can fix it. So let's do a really quick recap. Mistake number 1 is having unrealistic expectations about what the animal communication experience is like. Mistake number 2 is being impatient, not giving yourself enough time to grow and practice. Mistake number 3, having stakes that are higher than your ability, causing interference with your ability to receive intuitive messages from animals. Mistake number 4, avoiding mindset, or having a mindset that's based on limitation or lack or doing it wrong or judgment. It's not going to help you. Having a positive mindset is absolutely necessary. Mistake number 5, going alone, trying to do it yourself without community or support or anybody who understands what you're doing, what the challenges are. And then, of course, the bonus number 6, mistake number 6, is not having a clear roadmap. So how do you know where you're going if you don't have a map, right? How do you know how to get to where you want to go if you don't have a map? So if any of these mistakes resonated with you, remember, awareness is the first step. And you can overcome all of these mistakes. In fact, if you're ready to address all of 6 of these at once with expert guidance, a supportive community, and a clear step-by-step curriculum, then I want to invite you to join me in the Animal Communicator Academy. And to do that, you can go to caragubbins.com/ACA. I would love to support you as your teacher. If you found value in this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, share it with fellow animal lovers who need to hear this. Maybe they're making some of these mistakes or just one, or, bumping up against some roadblocks. And if there's a topic that you would like me to address, please let me know in the comments. I hope this is helpful. I hope you keep going, and I look forward to seeing you as a confident animal communicator. Have a great day.